want to show you my eye. Embarrassed. Look at that. Woken up 2 days ago with a closed eye. Yeah, I used to, when I was younger, I used to suffer quite a lot from conjunctivitis, but I haven't had it for years. And yeah, got a little sty on my eyes, all closed in the morning. It's horrible. But I went to the chemist to see if they could give me something, and because I'm on warfarin, blood thinners, apparently the stuff that clears your eye infection up reacts really bad with warfarin, so I can't even take any medication to clear it up. Look at it, looks disgusting. Anyway, welcome back to the channel, and I hope you all have had a fantastic weekend and a great week. I hope you've all been busy. What are we doing this week? I'm going to see Danny Gardiner in a minute. I'm going to do some more work for him in his training room. I've got a job Wednesday booked in, which is just changing a deadlock on a rebated door. Pretty rusty. It's another one right by the seafront, so it's pretty rusty. There is another job booked in, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it is. But that's it, that's all that's booked in. Oh, I'm also developing my own locksmith course. If anybody is interested, in doing a locksmith course down in the south, Brighton Hove, I'm developing at the moment a 7-day course. Should have spaces available from April at some point. So yeah, if you're interested, just in my boy drive past. If you're interested, drop me a message. The eye's a bit better today. Oh, it's still a bit closed, isn't it? But I woke up and it wasn't stuck together, which is great. Well, I didn't video anything yesterday because of my eye. It was causing me a bit of a headache and all sorts. It was just causing a problem, so I didn't video anything yesterday. But I'm on my way to a lockout now. Guy's just phoned to say that his wife and his kids are locked out. They're only 8 minutes away, so that's good. Gonna go and get that done, and then I'm going to Hove Town Hall, which is now converted. A lot of it's converted into office space, and they've got three or four jobs that they need looking at. So we're going to see what they want doing there. Right, it's a little lockout done. That was a auto deadlocking composite door, so, and they'd left the keys inside. Ulti and lock. Off to Hove Town Hall now. See what they want doing there. Alright, we just changed these cam locks because they had lost keys. They were broken or something, so we just changed both of those. Job number 2. Just replaced a sash on there because I had no keys, so on that. That's that one. That done. Flying through these jobs. The final job was to make this lock-in, not to change the euro. They like these as coat hangers, but it wasn't locking, so I just had to move it out a little bit there. Got a spare 5 minutes. I'm just waiting for Sarah to come out of work. I come to pick her up, but in the post I have today received, well yesterday actually, last night, received another sticker for the wall. iLock Security. Guy called Paul sent me a lovely letter. Lives in Weston-super-Mare, and he feels my pain with the salty water that we have to deal with in Brighton. I know how you feel, Paul. It can be an absolute nightmare. But thank you for the sticker, Paul. It will be going up there. And most of you will know this little fella. Well, it's not little really. Quite tall actually. Gav. Now this one's pretty special because it's a magnet, and that will stick up there. Lovely. So you all need to up your game now. Gav's winning now with the magnetic sticker. But thank you, Gav. That will also be going up there. Legend of the locksmith industry. Right, tomorrow, I've had another job come in. So in the morning, I'm doing this is, Paul, you might be interested in this. This is a very rusty, rebaited sash lock that is right on the seafront in Hove. So we're completely changing that out. I've got a new rebate kit for a strong bolt, Union strong bolt that I'm going to fit. New handles. And then in the afternoon, I've just taken a phone call from a guy. Tomorrow afternoon, he wants a night latch fitted. Want some advice when I get there, just on what I would fit. And so I'm gonna have a look at it, see what he's got, see if he's got any other British standard locks, and we'll go from there. So I will record what I can. New stickers, iLock security, Gavin Jeffries there. Oh my god. There. It's like using your letterbox tool. Also, I was going to say, if any of you guys have got a YouTube channel as well and you want to send me a sticker like Gav, basically I'll put your link to your YouTube channel in the description of this video. So yeah, get your stickers, get your magnets, get them over, get a little shout out, and I'll put your description of your, sorry, I'll put the link to your YouTube channel in the description below. Today it's Thursday. No, it's not. It's Wednesday. So today we're doing the rusty old rebated sash lock right on the seafront. Then I'm going to go grab Steve because he's going to give me a hand today, because he's going to come back to my training room and he's going to give me a hand. I'm doing a, for anybody who's seen any of my previous videos or has even come and done training with me, you'll know that my training room's quite compact and snug. Not small, cozy, but it works. That's why I only ever have a maximum of 2 students as well. But I need another area that people can do some picking and that on a vice for my new 7-day course. So I'm doing a drop down shelf, and I went to my local Howdens and I was trying to get a bit of worktop, bit of solid worktop, but then I had a thought of using an actual fire door, cutting it down, relipping it. So I'm going to do that. Works out so much cheaper than getting a bit of oak worktop. So yeah, I'm going to cut down a bit of worktop, relip it, hinge it, and I've got a couple of breakfast bar legs that just need screwing on when I need to bring the shelf up. So I can just unscrew them when I want to flap it back down. So yeah, going to go and do that today. And then at 3 o'clock this afternoon, I've got the night latch to do, where the guy wants a bit of advice on what to use, whether to go for, because I gave him all the options yesterday, and he said, could you just come round and have a look and then just advise what would be best. So I'm going to go and do that. Got to drive past another job actually. A guy phoned me yesterday afternoon, and he's moving next week to a property in Hove. Again, wanted advice on a night latch. So I gave him all my costs for the different options, and he wants to go for a British standard. So he's told me the address, so I'm going to whiz past it and just make sure, see if it's a 40mm or 60mm, and make sure I've got the right one, because he needs it done on this particular day. So got to whiz past there as well. Right, it's do you know what, I've left a bit late today. It's 8:25, and the traffic, the school runs, is absolute mental. It's going to take me forever to get out of here, especially as people don't like letting you out of this turn-in. Thank you, she has though. What a doll. Right, this is the rusty old rebated sash we're replacing. Look at that bad boy. And if we have a look over there, we're right on the sea. Look at this handle, looks like it's got some sort of disease. Right, we are done. So, new key, just had to adjust it a little bit. He's having all this decorated, so I haven't got to worry about that. New handles, new sash lock, working an absolute treat. Lovely. And then he's recently had a draft excluder fitted, not by me, by someone else, and these bolts, so I'm making sure that they still work, which they do, and we're locked. We are done. All right, guys, this is the cylinder. So what we're going to do, this is the one where we were going to change the night latch, but actually there's nothing wrong with this night latch. It's working perfectly fine. The anti-slips are working. They've been having problems with the cylinder. They've had a few keys snapping it, or a couple of keys snap, I think she said, and they're struggling getting keys cut now because there's been so many cut. They don't have the original. This was on the house when they bought it, so we're just going to change that out for a Pro Locks. Give the night latch a bit of an overhaul, and they've never used this either. Double locking feet function, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I've just got the key from the customer, and it's really sticky. It won't even spin the other way. It won't turn that way at all, but even this way it's not very nice. So yeah, just as well we're changing it. Right, that's the cylinder in, back on there, making sure it just works freely, which it does, and then on this side, lovely. Right, so let's get the night latch back on. I'm going to give it a bit of an overhaul while it's off the door there. Looking a bit dry in the back. Right, we're done. Night latch is back on, everything's working how it should be, which is delicious. That's working. The anti-slip's working. I'll give that a bit of a clean in a minute. New cylinders on. Closing lovely. And it's working both ways how it should. So like I say, there's nothing wrong with the actual night latch. There was no point in changing that. It was just a cylinder that was faulty. So yeah, all good. 5 keys. And we're done. Right, there we go. So there was no need to change the night latch. Don't see the point. As you know, there's nothing wrong with the night latch. You can see that. Yes, it looked a little bit old, but it was working absolutely fine. And I explained to her I can change it if you want, but there's no need. It's just the cylinder that needs the attention. So yeah, we've done that, cleaned it all up, got it all working beautifully, and another happy customer. Okay, so I'm going to go home now, back into the training room, do some more, ready for my 7-day training course. Do love a little plug. And tomorrow I'm actually doing a warrant for somebody that I work for. I do quite a bit of work for them, and it's not very nice. It is an eviction, but she really wants me to go along and be there if he's still there, to change the locks as well, but I might have to gain entry. We don't know yet. So yeah, we'll see. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not looking forward to it. I don't do warrants. That's not what I do. But I'm only doing it for her. So yeah. Right. See you tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to film it obviously, but I'll let you know how we get on. Right. It is warrant day, so let's go and see if we need to do anything at this property. Like I said, I don't know if we're gonna have to do anything. He might have just gone. If he's gone, then we can just change the locks, but then I've been told I might have to gain entry. I'm not gonna know till we get there, but at least the sun's come out. It's beautiful today. First day in, oh God knows how long, that we've actually had a bit of sunshine. So nice. Spring, I think, is finally on the way. Right, I'm back in the training room. The eviction was sorted, the guy had left, so we just had to change the locks, so that was all cool. Oh yeah, I'm back in the training room. This is where I'm going to be putting a shelf along here, so it'll fold down. So obviously there'll be a couple of stools here. Got these little legs. There'll be a couple of stools, and then when we're not using this area and we want to work on the doors, there's a door goes in there normally. That was just the last guy that was here, showing him how to do boarding up. Be there, yeah, doors like this. So yeah, when we want to use the doors, obviously this shelf can just fold down against the wall, and then we can use the doors. And then when we're not using the doors, we can shut the doors, pull that up, put the legs back under, and all good. We're going to have a couple of vices on there, a couple of pinning mats from Natasha, hopefully. Tomorrow we have got, we're down in Worthing tomorrow, so I should better get some footage for you. We're looking at a front door that's got a floppy handle, so it's probably just going to be the spring cassette. But you never know. So floppy handle on that, and then another job in Worthing, we're looking at a window handle, I believe. But again, could be the mechanism, but until you get down there, you never know. And then back to Hove to fit a deadlock. So we will get some footage of those jobs. See you tomorrow. Got let down on the job in Hove. So we're not going to Hove to do the handle and the window. But we are going to do the deadlock. So I've brought that forward. So I'm going to go and do that now. And then I am going back to my training room and getting this shelf done. I've been saying it for the last sort of 3 days, but or 2 days, sorry. But I am going to get it done today. So there you go, I've committed. So at the end of this video, you'll see it done, won't you? Right, what we're doing today, guys, we're fitting a deadlock on this beautiful old door. It's got a massive warp on it though, but we're going to put the deadlock down here below the centre rail, obviously. And obviously it's just got a big chunk out of here, but we're gonna go below that. But I still haven't got a lot of distance to get the keep in. So I think what we're gonna do is push the door over a little bit, so the customer's aware that they might have to just sort of push it in to lock it. But that closes up a bit of a gap as well. But yeah, it's got about a 10 mil spring from that point there. So we can close it up till about 5 mil. Also going to take a look at the night latch, because I think she said the builder's fitted this. I'll see if I can get that over and get it flush. And also the keep needs refixing. See if we can do something with that. Right, so we're fitting a 2.5 inch union. What I'm going to do with this one though, to get the position of that, obviously we know we've got to stay away from that rail. It's going to come down here, but I'm actually going to use the keep and go somewhere where this big gouge is. I want to be below that point. So I'm actually going to use that to determine the height of where the lock goes on the door. So I'm going to go somewhere about there, stay away from that gouge, and I can mark the centre of that and then transfer that onto the door. Right, so that's the centre of my box. So just marks that on the door there. So that's the centre of my lock there. So now we can get the lock, and that'll be the centre of my bolt. So I can do all my measurements and marking outs now. Right, just got to chop these down now, so that's the hole done. We'll, with the mortise done, we'll cut these down now, try it in, cut the faceplate, scutcheons, then tackle that over there. that work on there. That's the box there. And as you can see, it's going to be right on the edge of the door frame, but nothing I can do. Right, so that's in. It's got to come down a fraction actually. What's that? Nope. Okay, so in position, box, central. So as you can see, I'm pretty flush on the edge of there. So I'm just going to have to cut around that and probably just have to see that front edge when it's chopped in. Alright, there we go, so that's in. And obviously you'd normally not see that edge, but it is right on the edge. So I've done it as neat as I can. It's all over the place, the frame actually. But on a bit of deco, it's caulked down there in a sec. A little bit of pressure on the door. We're locked. And from the outside, they've got a handle there. So I've just got to pull it in, just a fraction. It's got such a twist on it. Look at that, we're touching there. Woohoo! Right. Fix that a little bit better and just adjust it a bit. It's all good. That's not there. Right. That's that one done. Oh, my van's screaming, stop going back. That was a little bit more interesting than a standard deadlock, wasn't it? Because the door was so twisted. It had to be really neat. It'd been painted not that long ago. So yeah, I had to make sure I was careful chiseling. Actually, and that's the reason why, if you're wondering why I didn't use the Sauber jig, that was the reason why, because it was freshly painted, and I've had it before. When you tighten up the clamps top and bottom, I've had it before. When you release them, it's peeled paint off. And when I say freshly painted, I mean it might have been done a couple of weeks ago, but it still felt kind of, I don't know, not tacky. That's the wrong word. But yeah, it still felt freshly painted, and I was pretty sure that if I was to use the Sauber jig on it, when I released it, it probably would have peeled the paint off, so I didn't want to risk that. But yeah, beautiful old door. They bought the house and it was an absolute wreck, hadn't been touched in years. And she was saying that they didn't even have a proper bathroom or toilet. The toilet was actually an outside toilet. It's the only toilet they used to have. So yeah, they've slowly done it up. But yeah, I think that was the original door as well. But which hence why they didn't want to change it and why they wanted to keep it, and you know, even with its bow, they called it a her, or she called it her. Yeah. Right, back to the training room now. I'm gonna get this door done. We've got a lovely sunny day. I can set up outside. Oh, by the way, my eye looking much nicer, isn't it? Eh? Looking better. Back out on the road. I just had a call from a guy who's the caretaker of a block of flats down in Hove, and so I'm just waiting for someone who's going really slow. He's a caretaker for a block of flats down in Hove, and he's lost his keys. So he's got he said there's a chub and a night latch and a Yale. He can't remember if the chub's on or not. He's not there at the moment. So we've got to go there, gain access and change the locks. So yeah, happy days. I still haven't got my shelf done. The annoying thing is, it's only going to take me an hour, but I mean, it's not annoying at all. I'd rather have to work, so shut up. Oh, I hate these old style lifts. Oh, got to get the lift to the top floor. Oh, lift to the top floor apparently. Out to some stairs, external staircase, up another floor. And there's 2 doors. One goes out to the emergency exit, one's a door I've got to gain access to. Right, so yeah, it's the Yale and the deadlock is on. You can see the bolt there. No, bolt's there. Yeah, there you go. So we've got to gain access to that. I'll whip this escutcheon off and see if we can ID it. It's very dirty and rusty. Doesn't look very nice at all. Right, we're in, guys. Andy Max 2-in-1 made light work of that. Slip that. This place is disgusting. I think I'm not going in. That's a dead bird on that. Yeah. Look at all this bird shit everywhere. Wowee. Right, that's the top night latch replaced. So we're just going to take this as only a 3 lever, so we're going to put a Viscount in there. Just got to make this a little bit bigger. Right, that's the new Viscount in. Actually, I think I might be able to. Let me just hold you there for a sec whilst I feed that in there. Put that in there. I think might better reuse the old cover escutcheon. Yeah, bob on. Look at that. Right, let's get that screwed in, then we can do the keep, and then we can have a tidy up and go. Guys, we're done. So, new cylinder on there. New deadlock. That's on there. Just got to put 2 more screws there, and then we're done. I'll just send another dead bird. I think there's a dead bird in it. Looks a bit like a dead carcass. Yeah. Someone's moving in here tonight. They're not. Getting used to this lift now. I'm still expecting to see someone's face there. Okay, ladies and gents, we are done here. So the new ERA cylinder. Don't ask me why I put a brass one back on. It's because it was a brass one that come off. I didn't even really think about that, but they're not going to be fussed here. So that's that. Locked and unlocked. That's all working. So we're done. Lovely. Just want to show you all these beautiful views. Look at that. Lovely. All Brighton Hove. The I360 over there. Look at that. Lovely. And in the distance over there where those cranes are. Oops. That's right by, oh actually no, it's those cranes there, right by my house, all that building there. So I live just behind there. Right, that is it for this week, guys. Just quickly, I might have a bit of news for you next week. And if you're trading locksmith, this will hopefully help you out. So hopefully tune in next week. Hopefully I'll have a bit more news about that. But thank you for watching, guys. As always, thank you for all your support. Thank you to all the new subscribers that we've had. We've had loads come in later recently. If you've liked the video, give it one of them. Anything nice to say, put it down there. And I will see you all next week. Love you all, guys.